Hey, what's good, family? In this video, I'm going to be showing you what I look for in the charts pre-market to find my day trades for the day. But first, before we get into the video, if you haven't already taken advantage of it, hey, be sure to check out the Moomoo referral link down below in the description. When you sign up using that link, get up to 15 free stocks as well as an 8.1 APY on all your uninvested cash. And now, without further ado, let's get to it. So to start out, we're going to be starting with the trade I took this morning. I was in the trade for a total of 9 minutes. It was 65% in 9 minutes. And the trade actually kept going after I took profit. Had I stayed a couple minutes longer, it would have been over 100%. But that's beside the point. We're going to be taking a look at this trade. I want to show you kind of what the trades can look like, and then I want to show you how I found it. So without further ado, let's hop to the charts. All right, so here we are looking at Nvidia. You can see that there's some stuff going on. Just so you know, if you don't understand what's going on, I want to let you know there are two of these. So there's this one, and then there is also this one. All right, so pretty much the way to look at these kind of boxes right here, the side that is green, that is the trade in profit, and the side that is gray, at least on my chart, that's going to be the side that is you're in a loss. And typically once you go past this point, this is when you would cut the trade or you'd be stopped out. So just looking at this is kind of a risk management tool. This is one of the reasons I love TradingView. And then usually if you look at the line in the middle, this is going to be where you took your entry. So that's going to be how you read these. If you ever see me charting anything like that, that's what's going on. So if you look at this chart right here, you can see I entered a trade on Nvidia. Actually, I entered over here, but I entered a trade on Nvidia. I entered down here at this level, and as of right now, it's up here. Now let me show you what we did this morning. All right, so looking at Nvidia, oh, it's still here. All right, so this is the trade I took on Nvidia this morning, right in here. So this whole trade was right here. So I got in on Nvidia right here at this line right here, wrote it down to right here. And then, yeah, just like that, that was 65% profit for me. You could see it actually ended up going all the way down here, but that was 65% profit. Now, real quick, let me show you how I found that, and let's actually back up some time in the chart so you can see. All right, so when I am looking for areas of interest in the morning, so say if I'm looking for this on the chart, it's going to be about 15 minutes before market open. So now I'm going to start off on the 1 hour. I'm going to back up to just before the market open. So in order to do that on TradingView, you're going to hit the replay tool, and then you're just going to kind of take it and go back. All right, today's Wednesday, so 7 a.m. Where I'm at, this is going to be the last candle before the market open. So kind of looking at things, this is what I did. The first thing that I do is I look for the last full range. So right here, the market, the last full range is going to be this one right here. This is where we are getting the most movement. So this whole area, while we're trading between these levels, we're still in this range. So this is the last full range. All right. So in the downtrend, I'm going to look for the first high. So right here, this is the first high. This little, like you can see, that's directly where I drew the line. And the reason I'm targeting that first high is because there's the liquidity there. All right. So I took it. I marked the first high on the 1 hour. And then I just kind of mark it as an area of interest. I don't necessarily it doesn't always get hit, but a big part of the trading game is being patient and waiting for your trades to hit. So pretty much what I did is I said, hey, if this hits, let me set an alert. So usually I will right click and I'll set an alert on the arrow, just in case I'm looking at something else and not paying attention, I'll still see it. So after that, I just kind of let it go and say, okay, this is an area of interest. And now the plan for the trade is ideally from there, you come You sweep the liquidity, and when liquidity gets swept, you go back and you retest that range. So if we get a retest of that range from where the entry is, or when I say retest that range, so the liquidity is over here and the bottom of the range is over here. So ideally that trade would look like this. So if I got in the trade, let's say I got in right on the line, my target would be lined up with this over here, because that's the bottom of the range and that's where you expect it to go to. That's usually what will happen after a sweep of liquidity. And then maybe you have your stop loss a little above this, and that's kind of how the trade looks. And now that we have our potential kind of trade, or at least we have our entry kind of charted, we now drop to a lower time frame on Nvidia. And here, let me clear that. So this was the ideal trade, but now lower time frame on Nvidia, you kind of just wait for it. Look, you can see on the 5 minute, you have some liquidity that needs to be swept here. And now you wait for liquidity to be swept. If I press play and we let the market kind of do its thing, you see it kind of comes up, comes down. You don't know fully what's going to happen. Right here, you get this sweep of liquidity. And if it actually looks like a sweep of liquidity, like if you get like, hey, it goes up here and it sells off, that is what liquidity being swept looks like. And hey, it's game time. It's time to go. Hey, we might be able to hey, we might be moving to the range. And then ideally the target is going to be, once again, where I said, bottom of that range. So the target, yeah, once again, target this area. That's what I was targeting. And so if you just let it play, each of these candles is 5 minutes. I actually think I took profit about right here, because I was like, hey, I was like 65%. I'm cool. I'm about to get out, because it doesn't always hit your range. Sometimes you got to take profit around 10%, 30%. But hey, we took 65% profit. The people in my Discord, if they took that trade, probably took over 100%, because there's like probably about a minute or two from me actually taking profit to being able to share it. So there's that as well. So going on, taking a look at it, yeah, it came all the way down here. I had 140 contracts, so it came down to being about 60 cents in the money, and we bought it up here at about 143. So that right there, that's over 100%. And that was a trade. That was from here to here, that was about 9 minutes. If you stayed in an extra 5 minutes, hey, you got paid. But going on, just taking a look at another chart where I could potentially find an area of interest, looking at market open, just so you can have another example. Here, let's look at something like here. We're going to look at the SPY. You can see we're on the 1 hour chart and we're in a downtrend. So once again, I'm going to be looking at that first high again. So if I look at the SPY and I'm looking for that range again, the last kind of range. So here, let me kind of update it, or let me go to where market open was, just so we can see. Market open on SPY would have been right there. So pretty much at the time, it wouldn't have been ready right at market open. But taking a look at it, if we let it go on, or even if I were to do this right now, it doesn't have to be pre-market. But if I'm to do this right now, I can see that right here, the last kind of range, this is the current range right here. So this is the range on Apple. From there, I'm looking for the liquidity, and you can see right here, if I look for that liquidity at the first high, there it is on Apple. So here, let's back that up a little bit, because you can actually see it already kind of played out. But if we back it up right here, this is where the first high kind of is on the 1 hour after this. Now, after we found that first high, what we're going to do is go to a lower time frame, because I have our area of interest. Once again, if we were taking the trade from here, going short, ideally, we would enter with this at a sweep of liquidity, and we would target the edge of the range. So say we see we're getting a sweep of liquidity here, we would kind of target right here, and it's always possible it can run past it. That's usually good if it runs past, but this is like an area you want to target. And then stop loss, might want it a little bit past the previous high, and that's kind of how it would go. Now this is on the 1 hour. Now that you have your area of interest set, I'm going to set I would normally add an alert, and now after I've added the alert, I want to drop down to a lower time frame, maybe like the 5 minute, and then pretty much you just wait for this liquidity to get swept. So it may not be a straight line, but ideally you see something like this. Maybe you come up, take this, and then after you come up, you come and at least hit that level, and right there make your entry over here and take profits over here. And let's see how let's see what happens when we kind of come up here. All right, so right here, ideally we would take our entry right here. See how we react, how we respond. Let's see. All right, you see what the plan is. Let's take it and let's go down. So all right, and just like that, the trade has played out. All right, so I'm not going to lie, there is a lot of other little things that go on that you want to look out for. This isn't going to work 100% of the time, but there was a point in time I saw a tutorial on YouTube showing me this exact setup. I didn't have the knowledge that I have now, so I definitely understand a lot more. There's a lot that goes into understanding this, but even what I just showed you in this video, if you like take this, practice this in your charts, look for this stuff yourself, try it your own, like practice it in a chart. If you're going for day trades, try looking for that, wait for that level, wait for that first high or whatever to be swept. Hey, you're gonna find out if it's a stock that people are actually looking at. Yo, there's gonna be some money there, more than likely. This is a gem right here. If you made this far, be sure to smash the like button, share this with a friend. Don't be greedy, don't hog this information to yourself. If you haven't already taken advantage of it, be sure to get your free shares with Moomoo. If you're unfamiliar with Derive, hey, check out Derive AI. I got a link down below in the description as well. If you're not familiar with Derive AI, hey, look up Derive AI. They're pretty cool software. If for some reason you made it this far and you're not already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so that you don't miss any future content. And last but certainly not least, thank you so much for watching. Manuel signing off, and I want to change your life.